Hello everyone, it's Caribbean E. Welcome to the channel. Hope everybody's just having a marvelous day and things are going your way and that you are in the best of health. Today I want to talk about the culture, or should I say the cultures. The cultures. I'm meeting a lot of Dominicans. I have a lot of Dominicans on the channel. I don't have as many as I would like, but they're coming. I run into a lot of them here in Santiago, Dominican Republic. But I'm hearing from them from the United States. And I'm saying beautiful, awesome things about their country, their customs, their traditions. Family gets together. They love each other. Family outings, family get-togethers. They're family type people, the Dominicans, I noticed. But I noticed things are slowly beginning to change of the mindset of the Dominicans that are living in America. Some of them are planning on retiring back to this country and not in the Matrix. Now, I heard this word from the movie, The Matrix, and I broke it down for you in one of my past videos. And I heard another YouTuber that uses it a lot, and it was actually the right word to use. And it's also a powerful word. And as I began to do my travels, and I could definitely consider myself an international traveler. Me and my wife both, international travelers. The Lord said the same. We're going to continue to do that because I want to see other areas and other countries just like I've always dreamed about. I was looking at a video even today, and I've seen how China has one of the fastest train systems in the world. That train goes 200 miles an hour, and we can't even build one in California to Victorville because it's always about the money. Every time you hear about whatever happens as far as building bridges and infrastructure, it's always about the money. It seems like they just never get enough money to do what they need to do. People paying all this money for taxes. We paying all this money to have better roads. But it's the same old, if you notice, it's the same old thing all the time. Some of us run over the same potholes going to work, come back home, but you run over the same potholes, come back home. It's just the same going to work, coming back home. It's just the same scenario. So, I was thinking, if China can build a $1 billion train system that will get you to point A and point B at a high rate of speed, so what's our problem in America? What's our problem? Our problem in America is greed, is corruption, it's crime, and it's manipulation. And it's a whole box of a whole lot of more things going on in the US of A. But I watched the movie, and I wanted to see it for myself and get educated. And it's The Matrix, which is the USA. The Matrix. But I believe every country has a matrix, but I'm particularly talking about the USA right now. And the blue pill versus the red pill. And if you take the blue pill, you can stay at the same place forever, the same mindset. But if you take the red pill, you'll be able to completely see things as they really are. But the culture would simply love for you to stay blind, broke, busted, and disgusted, and work until you literally die. And hope you never lived long enough to see your Social Security check. That's why they pushed it out so much further. You got to be down there 69, 70 just to get Social Security now. So there's a secret war going on in our government. And I don't care who's president. I don't care who's the senators. This thing has been going on for years, and it's still happening before our very eyes. Every single day that we wake up, this game is being played before our very eyes. And I can imagine how things are going to be when our great-great-great-great-grandchildren grow up and live in the society as we see today. So, I was watching one of my the subscriber. I subscribe to his channel. He subscribed to my channel. And I was watching what he put on his channel, and what he was saying is, he was speaking about snakes. And he was showing a video about all different types of snakes. But there was all snakes. And I thought about that, and I said, wow. I said, my mind had to go back to Adam and Eve, when Eve was manipulated, deceived, and led down the wrong road by a snake. And if you notice something, snakes, you know what, they don't like too much hang out during the day. They like to come out at night in the dark, where it's nice and cool, so they can get their prey. A lot of people, I'm from the old school, okay? It took me a long time to wake up to see what the system is all about in the US of A. A long time. Because nobody sat me down and told me about this, about that, how Wall Street works, okay? About the economy, the job market, and a lot of this stuff, when I began to learn about it, a lot of it was a lot of lies, because for the most part, even in the US, they don't count the people that stop looking for work. They just want their numbers to look good, so the president can have a happy bill face, so everybody can say everything is peachy cream because the numbers are doing great. Well, that's a lie. It's deception. So I commend every one of my subscribers, you that are subscribed to this channel, or you that are even thinking about relocating to another country. Because since I've been here almost 2 years now in the Dominican Republic, my whole life has changed. And this is the kind of life that I wanted to live for a long time. It's almost like a wake-up call. Yes, they have a government here, and they do things differently, but that's okay. They let you live your life. Things don't cost as much here. So that means I can save some money and put it in the bank. I remember when I first came to the Dominican Republic and I was working for Republic Services. I made pretty good salary. But for the most part, whenever I took a vacation, it seemed like when I got back from that vacation, I got to work harder to make up the money that I spent on that vacation. I had to work even harder to make up for the money that I spent. And I'm not saying I spent a whole lot of money, because I really, really did. Okay? It's just the fact that you got already a lot of bills on you. And some of you know what I'm talking about. You got a bunch of bills. It's like when the summertime hit, your power bill goes up, and that's more money you got to dig in your pocket and give to the power company. And then when the winter time comes and it's cold outside, now you got to pay for gas. It's always something that's keeping you digging in your pockets. Okay? and in this tropical island that I live on, in the Dominican Republic, my power bill goes up just a teeny bit, a tad, but it don't go over $100 because it gets a little bit cooler in October, November, December. It cools off. Perfect weather. The hottest months, I would say June, July, and August. But after that, you start hitting your rainy season, so on and so on and so on. But back to what I was saying a few minutes ago. I see why now a lot of people are retiring and leaving the country. Can you blame them? Because I know I can't. Out of 1,000,000 years, I never thought that I would actually be retired, not living in the same country I was born in. I'm treated better. I feel better. I feel healthy. I'm eating good. It's a big difference. And I'm seeing this, and I'm seeing it quietly. It's not like somebody's carrying a big sign and saying, wow, I'm leaving the United States next week. It's not anything like that. But they're leaving by the groves. Because some of them are reaching out to me from the channel, and somebody already told me what, and a bunch of them are coming here. And this is really the best kept secret out of a lot of places to live. Okay? Best kept secret. Because the money is different here. Yeah, I was going to say Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico's all right, but Puerto Rico get hit by them storms. Hurricane Maria 2017, almost just ripped that place so bad, they still recovering. So it's like they seem like they get all the storms. It's like they just prone to storms, hurricanes, and destruction, earthquakes. Every day earthquakes, it's just always something. But it's still a beautiful country, don't get me wrong. But it seems like they always just, I don't know, it seems like the little brother that always gets picked on. And it's like this country here always seems to escape the madness of some of those storms. Now, yeah, we get flooding in low-lying areas here. Yes, for the most part we do. But you only 2.5 hours flight, and most of that is ocean, from Miami, Florida. Then you can jump on the plane, you can go here, jump on the plane, you can go there, or whatever you decide to do. So I take my hat off, and this video is about transition. It's about transition, a little bit about transition, a little bit about retirement. Because at some point, you gotta realize what you're gonna do the rest of your life. Because I can tell you for a fact, a proven fact, that a lot of people are working on these jobs, you getting a short enough check every week, like I did when I was working for public services. But once you retire, money changes. And if you don't have something else going for yourself, either a small business or some extra income coming in or 2 people working, that makes a big difference. Because I've seen 2 people working and they're still struggling. And you got 2 checks coming in, but they're still struggling. Because I don't care how much you rip and run and they give you these big routes. When I was working with public service, it doesn't make a difference. You work Saturday, Sunday, Monday. You work every time you can. Taxes always going to hit you before you get to the bank. Taxes going to eat you alive because that's how the system is designed. It doesn't make it what color. See, one thing about the system in the US of A, It doesn't matter it doesn't make a difference what color you are. You got to live and die and pay taxes like anybody else. And they're going to get you. Now, there's some people and some corporations have figured out how to, you know how it goes. They figure out how to alleviate or get around some corporate taxes. That's why they're still able to stay in business and do big business. Because they know how to cut them corners. They know how to do it. My company, every year they give us new boots, they give us gloves, even though the boots are a piece of junk. My feet be out in 6 months. Much running if I had to do in that truck. My toes be sticking out saying Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. My cheapest boot, because they buy them in bulk. So the boots are cheap. You better go somewhere and to orthopedic or go somewhere and make sure you're going, because your feet affects your whole body. A lot of brothers ain't taught that, so they're out there ripping around all day long, and you got the most raggedest Kmart, TJ Maxx boots that you can find, which is no good at all. I know, I went through all that running stuff, and I almost broke my face one time because the boots were supposed to be brand new, but less than 6 months, they fell apart. But corporations can do that. They can write that stuff off and go and give you those boots and give you those little raggedy gloves with stuff your hands get stuck and all this kind of stuff. Okay? So, but back to what I was saying. A lot of people are slowly waking up. They saving up their duckies and they leaving the country. Some of them can't afford to stay. They can afford to stay in the country, US of A, and still live like they live when they're working. I know it for a fact, because that's one reason why I left. Okay? That's one of the reasons why I left, because I'm telling you something, your mortgage ain't going to change. That's number one. Number two, taxes are going up, because the government just gave out all these stimulus. Everybody got their $1,200. Couples got their $2,400. Other people got $600. Other people got $500. They want that money back. So they got to figure out a way to get that money back. And the president always have told us already that he's not going to shut the borders, or he's not going to shut the economy down again. No matter what happens, he's not going to shut the economy down again. I agree with that statement. And I ain't got nothing personally against the president, but I don't agree with that statement. Because when everybody starts dropping like flies, you're going to have to do something. Because if not, you won't have nobody working for you. And the last time I checked, the federal government always needs money coming in before the services can come back out. So I see a lot of things, and I applaud the people. And it took me a while to get it and wake up, but people are leaving. I just looked at the news article the other day, and I was looking at how many seniors are retiring, and they're moving to Mexico, in the groves. They're moving there because they know they will get the better treatment in Mexico, in a nice retirement, quiet community that they can get in the Matrix. Big difference. People are going to Panama. People are going to Colombia. People are going to Brazil. But I know Brazil got some problems with COVID. Big time problems. And the Colombia border is still closed last time I checked. And they doing way worse than we are. So that might have to be put on the plate for a while, on a back burner. But for the most part, you know, you got Spain, you got Italy, you got Greece, you got the European countries, you got the Philippines, you got Guam. I'm in places like that. The brothers gonna live like a king down there. Pennies and nickels. They live like a king. I be hearing about it. Some guys in the military get out. They decide, hey, listen, drop me off right here. I'm staying right here. And they got a woman to cook the food, a woman to wash the clothes, and a woman to take care of them at night. 3 women. And they all rotate, taking care of this man. Why do you think these people, why do you think some of these stars, some of them just disappear? Because they're going into other countries. Because they know that they cannot live like you should live if you stay in the United States. Think I'm playing? Look around you. Remember, the blue pill and the red pill. And some people love to be in denial and act like everything is peachy cream. But then you got the ones over here that really know what's going on. And they went in their closet and got their suitcase packed. And they can't wait. They're putting their money away because they can't wait to escape so they can finally go to a country that won't charge them half the death for everything, and they can see some coins go into their bank account, and they can finally have a savings. Because if you have a savings, you put money away, now you can travel more. There you go. You can travel more. You can see more things. You can enjoy your life. You don't have to sit there stuck. Coulda, shoulda, woulda. So I applaud everyone. And some people, you know what? Hey, if you want to stay, you stay. But just remember, the tax man's coming. Car insurance, health insurance, especially that big health, that's a big one. Health insurance. And when you talk on health insurance, don't forget, vision and dental is different, and it's a separate charge. So I'm glad to be here. I just wanted to get that out, because if you start to see a lot of people just head to the airport, they begin to leave, you'll know why. Because I'm going to tell you something. If there ever is going to be attacked anywhere, they're going to start in the United States first before they start in the other little countries. That's mind their business. They ain't bothering nobody. And now you see why people are killing themselves to get to this beautiful place, this paradise, islands, palm trees, beautiful beaches, prestige beaches. I mean, it's so many beaches here. I can't name them all. And some of them don't even hardly get traffic because they're so prestige, beautiful. The air, the breeze, without all that pollution and foolishness and riffraff and ripping people off. So, I just wanted to talk to you. And again, I tip my hat to all of those that are escaping the madness. And sooner or later, I'll run into you. We'll sit down. Because I tell you what, everybody come my way, I'm going to try to do my darnest, the best that I can, and make sure you get all the information that you need if you're thinking about getting out of the matrix. Okay? If you're even thinking about it. Because when it's time to go, it's time to go. Don't let fear stop you. Don't let the airline stop you. When it's time to go, it's time to go. And sometimes you just got to up and leave everything. Because I've talked to some people. I'm telling you. I talked to some people, and they said, man, you know what? He said, I got so sick and tired of it, tired of this, tired of that. He said, I just got and left everything. And he said, I ain't looked back since. So the only thing holding you back is fear. And fear is one of the worst demons and devils I've ever seen in my life. It'll stop a lot of people from fulfilling their dreams, okay? Let me share with this one more story with you, one more quick thing with you, and then I'm done with this video. There was a guy that worked for the company that I just retired from. And the guy worked for safety, and the guy is 80 years old. Man, 80 years old. And they finally told him, hey, you got to go, man. You got to go. He did a full career in the Air Force. He'd been with the company for a few years, not long as I had, but he'd been there for quite a few years. And he had, like, they said he had like 2 or 3, or 3 or 4 retirements. So why are you still working? It's their mindset. So they finally had to force him to, it was a forced retirement. He finally left. Then another buddy told me they seen him out there in his front yard cutting grass. Now you 80 years old and you out there cutting grass. Not me. That's why I live in the place I'm living right now, because retirement is supposed to be you sit back, you reflect, you retire, you have your nice meal, nice glass of wine, put your feet up, relax, and enjoy life. Enjoy the breeze from the ocean. Okay? That's what life that's what life put to be about. Okay? Not all the other stuff, because my working time is over. I sweep the floor here, do little dishes here, and help the wife around the house. But for the most part, it's a wrap. So, I mean, you don't know how much time you got left. 80 years old, you out there cutting the grass in the heat. I ain't doing it. I ain't doing it. There's somebody else gonna do that. If I have that kind of money and have 4 or 5 or even 2 or 3 different retirements, I'm traveling. I'm in the air. Every time you see me, I'm be on somebody's wings. I'm being somebody's first class, traveling, going to different countries, trying different foods. Okay, that's what it's about. So I just wanted to share that with you, because, like I said, a lot of people, one day, a lot of people are gonna be moving out. A lot of people you're gonna see them. You're gonna see them now. Next time, you ain't gonna see them no more. Because people's been doing this for years. Just like the people living in Arizona. When they get 118 degrees in Arizona, them rich people that got a lot of money, they gone. And they have people go take care of their house, but they don't show up till September, October, when it's time for the kids to go back to school, because they ain't dealing with that heat. But Arizona's a cool place, especially Scottsdale. It's a cool place. But when that heat comes, they gone. And I know that I talked to a millionaire, first a friend of mine years ago, and he said when he touched the hood of his car and it started getting hot, he's out of there. And he said he comes back September. So anyway, I just want to share that with you guys. And again, I'm always talking about what you're going to do with the rest of your life when you're finished working, because you can't work forever. And if you think you're Superman, you got an S on your chest, then keep doing what you're doing. And by the time you reach 60, 65, you'll be ready for the grave, and that's what the system wants. They want you to be prime and ready for the grave. Can't hardly walk straight. All kinds of medical issues. You got an oxygen tank carrying around with you. Okay? Something to think about, because everybody got to make a decision when you retire. You can stay where you are, or you can go somewhere else and really enjoy life. And even if you don't want to move, just go see something. Go see something different. Something not just on TV, but just go and experience something. Enjoy yourself. Fly somewhere, have a good meal, enjoy yourself at a resort somewhere. I don't care. It doesn't make a difference. You can go to Bali, whatever you want to go. But you're going to have to break up that normalcy of every day, doing the same thing at the same time, paying the same bills at the same time. Because if it's not, it's going to drive some of you crazy. Because I've already seen some people that they just couldn't take it no more. So anyway, just wanted to share that with you. And I see you on the next video, and I see you on the next island. So in the meantime, between the time, always remember, life is to be enjoyed. Hit that subscription notification, and we'll see you on the next video. Peace.